Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance. Where today, we're going to do nothing too complicated, we're just going to try out the Keeper. Who, when you first start playing with him, he has no active item, starts off with 2 coins for health, and a triple shot. But as you progress through the game, you can unlock things like starting with a 3rd health container, I believe, and also starting off with a fake, some wooden nickel, I think it's called, and that will allow you to drop money on the floor every time you use it. It's like a 50% chance or something like that. You heal by picking up money, so it can be worthwhile to leave some money behind so you don't run into health trouble. However, if you are not missing any health, then you will instead just gain coins. Devil Deals cost coins also nowadays, at least in Repentance. It used to cost you health containers with this character as well, and it was a pretty rough situation. And I believe the maximum amount of containers you can have is 3, which is, it's better than what it used to be, I'm fairly sure. It is definitely a lot more manageable now than it once was, but it's still kind of a tricky character for sure. I mean, there is some planning involved when trying to play as this character. Right now I'm not especially going quick. Also, any heart drops are just going to turn into blue flies, so occasionally you might see some of those appear. And I guess there might also be the potential that some flies are just not as hostile as they otherwise would be, which is hopefully going to be nice. But yeah, not especially going quick. I'm not expecting to get boss rush on my first attempt with this character. It would be very nice, obviously, but certainly not expecting it anyway. Right now, I'm just trying to get as much money as possible, and let's just see if we can do a couple things here and there. Overall, nothing too interesting in the shop that we can actually afford. I could blow up the shopkeeper and the donation machine a few times, but I don't know if that's really worth it, so let's just keep moving on. This fly is just kind of flying around, and I'm hoping that it's going to end up doing some damage. I believe it's going to more actively attack enemies once you've taken damage once, but obviously I'd like to avoid that as I've left effectively no health on this floor, so I would like to play this a little bit safe at least. And provided I can actually hit with all 3 of the tiers that I keep shooting, then we're doing a decent amount of damage, so that's pretty good. Let's just keep going down. Not gonna make this too complicated, I'm simply gonna go for any progress at all. And whatever may happen, I'm just gonna deem good enough, really. Because, as I said before, this character can be a little tricky. It's very easy to lose your runs. I would like to get some more health if possible somewhere in this run. And again, I would like to go for Mega Satan. I don't fully remember what the unlock for Mega Satan is, but it is just nice to get that out of the way with any character that I play as. So definitely going to be going for that. Having said that, Brimstone probably would have been kind of nice. It would cost 30 coins if it shows up in my Devil Deal. Also, we took damage, but we didn't actually lose our Devil Deal chance, so that's also kind of nice. So we don't have that to worry about specifically. I do have to worry about the fact that I took damage, though, and now I'm at 1 health. So hopefully we can find some money somewhere along the way. Usually finding money is not the most difficult thing in the world, but once you're looking for it, it usually stops existing in the world of Isaac, unfortunately, so you do have to be somewhat careful with that. The attack fly is actually doing decent damage because it keeps being close to enemies. Mostly by accident, but it keeps being close to enemies that are close to other enemies, so it just kind of spins through them, which is quite nice. But let's keep moving on. As health doesn't quite work the same as this character, Tinted Rocks aren't going to be as good. You can still get stuff like Small Rock, obviously, which will be a damage up, which I would appreciate, but it would also be a speed down, and my speed isn't great. Crack the Sky is not a terrible active item for sure, since we don't have anything else anyway. And hopefully that'll take care of some of the enemies that we'll face along the way. Might as well take that. Tears up, not bad, obviously. I might bomb my donation machine, just for the sake of having some money on the floor here, because I think that could end up making life a little bit easier. Just gonna leave all of that there. I'll pick it up before we leave this floor, but I like having a little bit of security available once I've taken my first hit of damage of the day. It does make life a little easier. My luck starts at -2, which is not ideal either, but we'll just have to make do with that. Unfortunately, the shopkeepers are not interested in giving me 5 delicious coins, so that is a bit unfortunate. But so far, If we have Crack the Sky available for the boss fight, I feel like that is more or less going to guarantee victory over that boss at least. So I'm hoping that I am correcting that. It is a couple of random beams from the sky that come down, but if even one of them hits, it usually deals so much damage to basement bosses in particular that I'm not overly concerned that it's not going to deal enough damage this time around. But let's keep moving on. Just a couple of poops here, no worries. Provided you can just deal as much damage as possible with that triple shot, then it's not too bad. Also, I think if you just actually find the triple shot eye, you end up just shooting a whole bunch of tears with the worst tear rate. So it cannot always be good to try and go for that, but it can be a little tempting for sure. Larry Jr. Yeah. Insta-dead. Very good. And we get an extra heart container there. Let's just grab that. And I'm not sure if there was anything particularly good in my shop. I didn't fully pay attention to what was available there. But let's just check that out in a second. Definitely skipping on that devil deal, because even if we went in there, I wouldn't have enough money to buy anything anyway. 9-volt battery could be good, actually. But that's really the only thing I can think of. Not sure if I really want to go for anything else. I guess I'll go for 9-volt battery. Blowing up the donation machine as this character is probably one of the best characters to do it with for a multitude of reasons. But also having Crack the Sky active just a few more times does make it a bit more usable in non-boss room situations, and that can be kind of good as well. Just doing a brief check on super secret rooms here. Very good. And it was a red heart super secret room, so we ended up getting a large quantity of blue flies, which is not terrible. It's going to help clear out some rooms at least, so I don't mind that too much. I am a little bit low on bombs right now though, so definitely going to avoid using those until I have a few more, because I do need to have those bombs available for the angel statues after all. But that's okay. We'll probably find some more bombs as we move along through the floor, but it is absolutely not guaranteed. And let's just avoid taking damage from that. Pretty much lost all my flies immediately, but that's fair enough. Got a couple of the green ones here, so don't mind that too much either. We could probably get them to destroy a couple mushrooms here if we really wanted to, but I don't know if it's really worth spending the time on that right now. But I wouldn't mind some more damage up. So we did get the meat, which is probably one of the better health ups at least, so that's good. But definitely wouldn't mind something that gives me a little bit more damage than what we have now, considering how frequently we have to attack some of these enemies. Luck up, range down. That's not immediately terrible, not immediately great either. I will just check out the rest of the floor before going into that boss room, just for the sake of at least having this thing charged. I think that would be wise. But also I'd like to just see if I can get an extra item or something like that. Maybe increase our devil deal chance or angel room chance, as I have misspoken so many times. Yeah, Crack the Sky does have its uses, but it is a little bit unpredictable whether or not it's actually going to hit more or less anything really, but definitely don't mind it. There is still a big room there, so it's likely that we can at least charge it one more time before the boss, regardless of what happens. And this was just a kind of useless dead end so far, unless we get a particularly good consumable here. Nothing. Alright. Unfortunate. There's probably a super secret room at the end of that hallway, but can't really do anything with that. That is a scary looking champion, and I don't want to deal with it. But I probably should deal with it first before dealing with anything else. There's probably more of these spiders around, yeah. More of them up there, but non-champion versions. But the one over there, the actual champion, has been destroyed, so no worries there. The fly is doing his best, but I really wouldn't mind. Actually, just some more flies would be nice so I can get some flight going on. That would actually help me out a lot, I think. This is not immediately terrible. If I can get some more bombs. So far, not a single bomb on this floor just yet, which is worrying me a bit. But ultimately, there's only so much I can do about it as well, so only gonna be so worried, I suppose. That's at least one more bomb, but I did get hit there, so my health is currently at 2. I can at least fairly safely use a bomb here and there, so I can blow up those rocks to get those coins, so that could be good. And let's just slowly but surely destroy these enemies. I don't think I want to go into my... well, we're at full health now, as we can tell by the door opening, so that's nice. Monstro's Lung. I think that is gonna be effectively horrible. However, I'm a little tempted. Just to see how long it takes to charge. Oh no. Oh no. That is so slow. Let's see if we can get something good out of here. It might be worth to just take some damage here, actually. Just so the fly does a little bit more. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how this fly works. I thought he would get more effective if you take damage, but I guess that's not the case. So that is a little unfortunate for sure, but we're slowly but surely managing. Now, if you take damage and then you pick up a coin, you don't actually get money for it, you only get health. So it is a little bit more tempting to not take damage right now. But this is going to take a minute. This is probably going to be the reason this run dies, I'm not going to lie, but I'm hoping that things are going to be okay. I'm actually just going to take all the coins right now to see if my shop has anything. Because we do have a couple bombs to play with. This is the wooden nickel that I was talking about previously that you would then start a run with if you have that unlocked. And it is genuinely really good because you can just get so much more money on the floor. That is also really strong. So I'm very happy about that. Look at how happy my little keeper is right now because he got all these money coins. Very good. Definitely still not in a great situation, but at least one that is somewhat manageable. We have a 36% devil deal chance. And let's just keep going. I hope that the Crack the Sky is going to do a lot for me. Although I probably want to keep it for the angel statue, thinking about it. Yeah, especially against this boss. Against this boss, I don't mind it too much. With Monster of the Lung in particular, just because you end up shooting so many tears against them anyway. It's going to drop some flies, which is kind of nice. We didn't get a tear rate up. We did not get much of anything, really. So that is unfortunate. I will just go back and get some of my health back, though. Tempted by wooden nickel. I actually really am, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worthwhile. Simply because Crack the Sky is so good. That's really the main thing. The good thing about wooden nickel is that you have at least a supply of money going on. But it's not ideal. Decided to do that just to heal up again. And since I basically have no more money to spend anyway, I'm just going to go to the next floor and hope for the best. We did end up getting some more money from the boss at least, because some of our coin tiers decided to turn into money, so that's nice. We can probably find a super secret room here. I did say previously it was in the bottom left over there, but I'm actually feeling a little bit more confident it's over there. But with one bomb, I just don't really want to spend the risk on that one, unfortunately. But let's keep going. We have a flooded caves, which is not ideal, but not too horrendous. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. It is taking a minute. And it is really tempting to just try and destroy everything with tears as well because of these money tiers. It does just leave a bunch of safety around all over the place, and that is obviously really nice. Like, look at that. Suddenly there's 2 coins there that I can work with. Just pick up one because it was more or less in the way, but still, it is very strong to just have health lying all over the place every time you fire. If we can increase our luck, I don't know if that increases the amount of coins you get from this, and I wouldn't be surprised if you get less coins as the keeper as well with that particular item, but still, not too disappointed by it at all. This could become 9 lives. That was an unfortunate hit, but we did open up the secret room. I'm actually just going to use that. Nearly died to that boss, or mini boss, I suppose, because I accidentally messed up my charge and ended up shooting nothing there. Fair enough. We have 3 bombs, so we can blow up one of these shopkeepers. 5 bombs now. Tempted to blow up both. Coupon? That's not bad. That at least allows us to get something in our shop for free. It's not guaranteed what, but we could use that if we so desire. Provided our shop has anything inside it, of course. We didn't get Dead Cat from the boss there, which is a bit unfortunate because I do like having the extra lives available. It would set our health to 1, but if there is a health up on this floor as well, then that would not be a problem. But slowly but surely we're just going to be doing this. This is also just a good life lesson of what to do when you see Monster as Lung as this character. Really, we only saw 1 tears up so far, and that was the tears up pill, but we haven't had any other tears down yet. This is not ideal with this character, as you can probably imagine. I don't know if it gives you money if you pick it up. It does not. But obviously I'd like to have as much money as possible. As I'm walking around with this character, it does make me feel a little bit more secure about life. That actually ended up hitting a decent amount of enemies, I think. I'm not too bothered about that. The fly managed to get an enemy there as well. Don't know if that hit anything, but fair enough. But really, if I can find any tier 8 right now, then that would make my life a lot better. I'm not really sure what else I would want. I mean, obviously damage would be really good. But we'll see what we can get, I suppose. The downside of Monstrous Lung as well is that I cannot shoot bombs away, which is actually a little bit more troublesome than I originally anticipated. But it genuinely is rather troublesome, unfortunately. Oh boy, that was a little bit unpredictable that the fly ended up destroying that explosive enemy there, but it ended up working out. There's 2 big rooms left on this floor, so I can safely use Crack the Sky if I so desire. But I think I'll actually just leave it for now, just focus entirely on these bats, try to get more money out of them if I can with my tiers. Gotta watch out for those red ones in the corners though, there is quite a lot of them and those tiers can hit you very easily. 2 coins on the floor, not bad. There we go, slowly but surely. We're just gonna be sitting here for a while as we destroy all of these one by one. I don't think the attack fly is gonna do much of anything here, unfortunately, because he's just gonna circle around these static enemies, but... Oh, and the door actually opened, possibly because we spend too much time in the room without actually killing enemies, and that's mostly just a precaution that in case you get stuck in a room that you cannot actually clear for some reason or another, like you might just not have range anymore. There is some weird item combination where you just simply cannot attack enemies that are on the other side of a hole, so that's why occasionally that does happen, but it's fair. It doesn't frequently happen that you have to wait that long in a room. Usually you wait on purpose during situations like that, but this time it was simply because it takes me a while to do anything. So, nice to see that sort of naturally, I suppose. I could go into my curse room. I do have an Emperor card available if need be to teleport out, and I also have some other potential available there. What is... Oh, it's a mini-boss, right? Yeah, okay. But what was in my secret room again? I actually don't fully recall. It's a pretty big floor as well. I'm thinking about it. Oh, the coupon was in my secret room. Right. Okay. Yeah, that might be worthwhile to just use that in the shop. Maybe get something good. Maybe just garbage, but we'll see, I suppose. Depends on what's in here. Ooh, that's some good stuff, though. Yeah, that might be worth at least buying the key and then just using the coupon to get one of the 2 items there. I think that's probably not a bad idea. There's not a battery on this floor, and I'm guessing this is the last room. And not quite the last, but we are getting close to the end of available rooms on this floor. I could probably technically get infinite money here if I just waited for him to spawn enemies and then just kept using my tiers on it, but it would be a pretty horrendous experience for everyone involved, so I'm just gonna avoid doing that for now. Having said that, I'm looking at what's currently happening on screen, and that's the part where I say it's a pretty horrendous experience. This whole run is going to be... it's going to be a long one, I suppose, with depending on how long this run survives. There could just be a room that's just particularly nasty and nothing I can really do about it. The fact that we haven't had a speed up yet is concerning me a bit, because I think that it might also be my downfall, the fact that my speed is just horrendously low. But it's not immediately guaranteed that we're gonna lose. Alright, so let's... Ooh, the coupon also put something on sale, that's right. Oh, in that case, it's probably... Yeah, I should have just bought this. Maybe we can steal it. Ah, well, fair enough, that also works. That was a weird combination of events. It did increase my Angel Room chance as well, which is obviously great. I think it also increases my Devil Deal chance effectively, though. Like, it just increases the chance of the door opening. Like, the Devil Deal door opening rather than the Angel Room, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Either way, we're not going to get cursed anymore, so that's good. But it is still a little bit of a worrying situation. I'm actually tempted to take the money item, just because we're going to get money anyway. That could be good, actually. Because it probably does end up dealing a bit more damage in the long run that way. There is that Urn of Souls. That's also a little tempting. It does at least make our attack a little bit more consistent, I would say. So I don't hate that. I left the health up there because I think it does still heal you, even though it won't give us an extra heart container, so I like having the extra healing option available. But I guess this way we're also gonna just leave enough money on the floor that it doesn't really matter too much. Whoops. There we go. Alright, so if need be, we can use this to clear out anything that gets close to me. So I think that's actually probably the best case scenario. It's not ideal, obviously, but I mean, it'll have to do. Let's move on. Where are we so far? We're in the depths. I mean, obviously the money costing item would effectively do the same thing. Probably even better, but quite frankly, I hadn't thought that far ahead. Yeah, my Angel Room chance is 23, my Devil Deal 14, which is not great odds to work with. It does mean that there is a decent chance that the Devil Deal is going to open instead, and I don't love that. Hermit, not bad. Don't hate that, actually. I could technically go for the Beast as well, but I don't think that is a very good idea. Given my current situation, I just don't think that is going to end well in any stretch of the imagination. Boss Rush is definitely a lost cause unless we can get Mama Mega or something like that. Maggie's Faith doesn't really do anything for me, but nice that it's there, I suppose. Fly is really doing a decent amount of work as well, which I can appreciate. Let's just do this real quick. Yeah, this does work rather well, I would say, with my current situation. It is just a very strong active item in general. And the fact of the matter is, it is just destroying anything that gets close, so that does help out a lot. Really does make this run a lot safer. I will actually take this. And my damage, like the actual amount of damage that I'm dealing isn't amazing either. And that's another reason why I'd probably prefer this over the pay-to-play item or whatever it's called. Actually, I fully don't remember what that item is called at this stage, and it's ruining me. Oh, fruitcake or almond milk? How does almond milk work with Monstro's lung? Oh, that might be really interesting, actually. Can I take both? I mean, this is an interesting combination of items. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it just instantly shoots when it can. Like, my damage is clearly a lot worse, and everything's going haywire, but I actually don't mind this too much. Just because I'm shooting significantly more frequent, and I think that is probably the safer way to go. It also just gives you an idea what almond milk usually does, instead of being combined with brimstone and a whole bunch of nonsense like our previous Dream Mode run. So it does give you a better idea, but also just combined with the fact that we're just throwing money around everywhere, that is actually really good. Like, simply put, even though we're doing less damage, we're dropping more coins, so it ends up actually kind of working out in a weird way. I definitely do want to destroy Shopkeeper first before going into this boss room. Definitely want to increase the chances of that working out as much as I possibly can. We have 6 bombs, so that's good. We have a good shop. I haven't seen this shop in a while, but I believe if you're playing as the Tainted Keeper, you effectively get this shop every time, but just like with a whole new set of nonsense, that's like a whole story for another time kind of thing. But I do like that we're getting some luck ups at least, because if that does increase the chance of us dropping money, then we're effectively just going to be invulnerable after a certain point, so that's obviously not too terrible. Well, there's some shopkeepers to blow up here. There's a boomerang which I could get, but probably not worthwhile. And I should probably take this because we're making enough money for this anyway. Plus there could be some good items in here which could be worthwhile. Constellation prize is not bad. Broken Ankh is a trinket. This is at least an item, so I guess I'll just take the stat up. It gave me more tier 8, interestingly enough. Even with the almond milk, my tier 8 was my worst stat. That is depressing, but I'll take it, I suppose. I'm not sure how damage actually scales with the fire item either. Like, do I deal less damage with my flames right now? I feel like the answer to that is a definite no. given how fast those bosses died there, but they aren't the strongest bosses in the world. But at the same time, even if they're strong enough to at least survive for a little bit, you know? So I feel like my flame damage is probably still effectively the same, so that's good. Also with enemies such as these, it can be kind of nice. Although I don't think you don't get money if you hit them in the mask, right? Like, yeah, you still get money even though they don't take damage, so you can just turn this into large quantities of money as well. I'm hoping that our remaining shop will not be a greed-infested shop as well, but I guess that's not entirely going to be guaranteed. This is effectively what I was looking for, because I wanted to increase our Devil Deal chances as much as possible. A random dry baby just hanging out, that's obviously great. World card, I think I'd rather have Emperor, just to make life as safe as possible. I'm not sure when I'm going to use the Emperor card, but probably in some of the later floors, like Dark Room or something like that, then I wouldn't mind having something like that available. Not sure if we're going to Dark Room, I guess. I haven't really made a decision on that, and I don't really remember what unlocks what as this character, so I don't really have a particular plan in mind, but I feel like the damage up isn't gonna help me as much with this current build as just doing the chest would help out. And I think other builds would benefit more from the damage up from the negative, so I might actually just go for the chest instead. Especially since we're going for Mega Satan this one, I wouldn't mind having a couple extra items before we do that. I'm not sure what I'm looking for in that sense, but anything good would be nice, I suppose. Not looking for anything in particular. We now know where our secret room is, which I was tempted to try that room, but it just didn't look that great. This is pretty horrendous with low speed, but fair enough. There is still some coins left on this floor, so I can heal up. There might be coins in my secret room as well. Plus we can blow up the donation machine if need be, so all in all we have some health to work with here. But let's blow up this. At least one coin, so that's good. We might be able to make another one with our attacks here. Unfortunately not, but I'll take the health. And I might just leave the last coin. Well, there's a couple coins here. I'll just leave 2 coins over here so I can heal up if need be. Low-key, I guess I will just do this to clear this as quickly as I can. Yeah, that does clear things. There is a Devil Deal there, unfortunately. And that's all just flies. I guess I'll check the Devil Deal because it doesn't really matter. Duality, that's actually not bad. I'm happy I checked that. Because that means that if a door opens, it's going to open both the doors. So obviously, that way I can make a choice, and it pretty much guarantees that we're going to get the second key piece, so that's good. Just gonna buy this for the sake of it. I'm not expecting to get the Guppy transformation, but I wouldn't hate it. I think you can use Guppy's Paw as this character as well, and you'll just turn... You'll turn your coin hearts into flies, which is not good. Especially since my damage right now is so terrible that the flies are not really going to do much of anything anyway. But, yeah, I mean, honestly, all things considered, the fact that I got money tiers and a way to actually shoot with Monstro's Lung has been so incredibly lucky. So it really is on par with how the rest of the save file has been treating me, I suppose. I fully accept the ridiculous luck we are getting on this save file, and I will never say no to it, because it does make life a lot easier. The fact that we're not getting curses because of the black candle as well, really nice. I'm just leaving some money there in case I need it. But I'm feeling fairly confident that we can probably create a lot more money as we move on. And if we get another angel room, I might just take a Devil Deal on the next one if we happen to get another Devil Deal after that, because I think that would be worthwhile. 37% chance of it opening. I still have to find my shop, of course. Destroy shopkeeper. There probably is one in either the secret room or the shop after all, or somewhere on this floor, hopefully. So hopefully we can do that. Hopefully there's another beggar as well, which could help us out. The build is not strong. It keeps things away from me, which I can appreciate, but it is not a particularly strong build. Dry Baby ended up destroying most of the room there, so that's good. Like, it's definitely a build that survives, but it's not a build that I'm like, wow, this is clearing rooms as quickly as humanly possible. Let's just I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna do it with 2. What? Alright, yeah. 3 chests, 3 items. Of course, that seems reasonable. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna see if I can re-roll that with a dice room or something like that, but that's ridiculous. That is absolutely absurd. That should not happen. Can I make money out of this enemy right here? I'm actually not sure. I'm guessing the answer to that is no, because it would be absurd, but I wouldn't hate it. And judging from how many tiers I've shot into him at this stage, I'm gonna say probably not. Could've been nice though. I'm just gonna leave a lot of coins around because I'll just get them on the way back or something. Just having health available is probably be good because I know that there's gonna be a stage where I'm gonna stop paying attention and lose. And I don't really want to reach that stage at any point. Because any unlock with this character is just a nice thing to get out of the way. Even if we, like, get just... let me just focus for a moment. Even if we only get the Isaac kill and not even get the kill after that, I still wouldn't mind too much. Simply because, in my mind, this is just a difficult character. And I think that just always puts me on edge a little bit in a way that... I don't know if I can like properly explain how much it puts me on edge to play as this character, but it genuinely does. So I will be happy with any good things that this game will give me, and I will not ask any questions about it. Let's just take care of these nasty enemies, because that is a little bit too much for me to work with. Not great shop. I guess doubles all bomb drops is not the worst, but it's not exactly something I'm overly excited about either. Hallowed Ground, not bad. I think this is, yeah, this is fine, but it's not, like, exciting or anything. This, I mean, I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It makes your tiers more homing. Plus, there's a shopkeeper here, which I can blow up. But I think if I do this, and let me just use it once. Yeah, the Forgotten's just hangs out. Oh, I am the No, I'm not the Forgotten. Yeah, the Forgotten is just another character. You can't throw his thing. Right trigger does nothing. He's just there. He's just hangs out. I appreciate him for who he is. Can I go up ladders with him? No. But that is the effective essence of the soul of the Forgotten. Could be useful at times. Not sure what his build is or if he even deals any damage that's worthwhile. But, you know, it's one of those unlocks that's just kind of nice, I suppose. Definitely need to not forget about those items in the treasure room or whatever it's called. This is a little fiddly. I don't love this at all. I mean, we are creating health on the floor as we speak, but I still... This is going to take a minute, I think. Could probably do this. No, doesn't go through rocks. Alright, good to know, I suppose. I wasn't sure about that, but... I mean, I guess that was probably obvious by the fact that I was using it against a rock, but... In case you weren't aware. I was not sure of it. Yeah, this Hallowed Ground could do some interesting things. I think it more or less destroys itself because of the almond milk, but if we can get something like that going, we can probably deal a decent amount of damage in a short period of time. So I appreciate that for what it is. I want you to understand that this dry baby is also helping me out a lot more than might be obvious. But I am very much appreciative of the work of the dry baby here in stopping large quantities of tears from hitting me. Sausage. I guess that's probably good, right? In every sense of the word. Pretty much. Yep, just in everything up, so all in all, don't mind that. The more tier 8 we can get, the better with our almond milk build. Right, I could do this non-safely. I could also just blow up some rocks and just call it a day, because I think I'll hit most of these like this eventually. So some tiers take a minute to go in the right direction, but you get the idea. It's doing the job. There's an item room there, even though we've already seen 3 items in this floor, if not more. This is probably not a great idea to go with. I think that will definitely kill me. That's even more chance of a day Angel Room or Devil Deal, so that's really good. And let's just keep moving on. Not sure if I should grab the full card just so I can come back and then heal up or something with certain things. I guess I might as well take this because Why not? Right. But yeah, I could decide to take the full card wherever it may be, and then just, oh, there it is. And then just use all the items to heal up afterwards and have a good time. I think I can increase my tier rate, but I don't know. I think this is probably the way to go. Plus, if I end up taking a lot of damage, I can just full card out of there as well, which is not terrible. So let's just use this. Doing decent damage with the flames, so that's good. Oh, actually, a lot of damage with the flames. Little concerned about the fact that I got hit there, but there we go. Very good. Come on. We get an Angel Room or Devil Deal, whichever one we want. I obviously want the Angel Room. 7 seals. I'll take that for the rest of my life, I'm fairly sure, because of how it is. Don't mind it so much these days, and it makes me feel happy about life. Destroy the angel with our flames. We ran out just in time. Fair enough. All things considered, pretty damn good. Let's go take these items over there. Didn't end up needing to heal up with what we had available, so that's good. I'll take the 25 coins. And yeah, if we get an actual devil deal again, then I'll probably just take that. This is not immediately terrible. Probably better than the walnut, because I think I need to have... Yeah, I need to take explosion damage to get anything out of the walnut, and that's just not ideal. It's a little bit more work than I'm willing to put in that, so preferably no. Instead, let's just go like this. This is perfectly reasonable, and if we could just get Brimstone again with almond milk, I feel like that worked out pretty well last time. But I'm curious how it works out with triple shot almond milk Monstro's Lung. I think that's just gonna make it a mess, really, and I'm curious to see it. So I do hope we're gonna get one more devil deal, and we'll be able to see that. Not likely. I don't think I picked up my Emperor card. I did not. Well, fair enough. I forgot something there, but that's okay. Hopefully. At least, yeah, we're getting to the point where this is becoming reasonably effective just damage-wise as well, which is actually kind of nice. I need to look for my secret room once again. But that's not too worrying. A lot of money in this room right here, but I don't think I can pick up any of it, unfortunately. Bad eye. Yep. Yeah, the fact that I can't pick up that money is worrying me a little bit. Because I think it was like above a hole, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Perhaps we can find something along the way. We could technically create a hallowed ground poop and use it to create a bridge. But we could also just take this. Tears uphill. Not bad. We still have tears to go up, so yeah, sure. Apparently the Mimic is not even shooting this one, which is surprising, but fair enough, I suppose. Maybe because of Monstro's Lung and I'm charging my attacks and it doesn't really know what to do about it. Because it's like the combination of Monstro's Lung and almond milk that makes it seem like I'm just shooting tears regularly, but actually I'm not. Was it possible for there to be a secret room there? I would argue maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Would have been nice. Kind of be below this room, though. Need to find them shopkeepers and increase that devil deal chance as much as possible. I'd really like to see Brimstone. It would obviously be... I mean, on the one hand, it'd be fairly unlikely, but on the other hand, I feel like we've seen all the unlikely other things already anyway, so... It wouldn't be, like, too weird at this stage. Not a shopkeeper here, unfortunately. A lot of money, though, so if we do end up getting a devil deal, then we'll be able to afford pretty much whatever's in there. Health up pill? Not bad knowing that's in my pill pool, actually, but... Probably shouldn't have even risked that. In hindsight, probably wasn't worth to even check out what pill that was. But, you know, that's okay. Things are working out, I would argue. Also not sure if I should explore the entire floor or not, because I'm not sure if womb floors really can contain anything that I'm particularly looking for right now. 93 coins. I mean, I guess it would increase the chance of me finding like a coin or battery beggar or something like that. Oops. Still gotta watch out for some damage, I suppose. Yeah, I probably should at least explore the rest of the floor, because there are coin beggars and the like on room floors. After all, they can show up in certain rooms. I have forgotten what my tears up pill looks like. Also, I just had the thought that I could have had a speed down pill, and that would have been fairly horrendous, so I'm happy that didn't happen. Might as well just leave all the money on the floor at this stage, just because I already, I guess it can create blue flies because of my trinket right now. My trinket definitely would have been better as any other character in the game, by the way, with the amount of money that we're creating. Because you can just turn that into soul hearts and just become invincible that way, but... yeah, it is what it is. Mr. Fred, I think, is waiting for us, so let's just see. I guess I should probably bomb like a couple walls here and there to see if I can find my super secret room. Might be up there instead of down there, but it kind of depends on how far this room extends. Yeah, it does stop there. So it could be there. Not entirely unreasonable. Just gonna hang out here and wait. Seems to be working out fairly well. Golden key. Probably not gonna affect us too much, but nice that it's there, I guess. And moving on to the last of the big rooms, probably. Yeah, there's a curse room waiting for us there. A little bit annoying, but overall nothing too terrible. I should probably attack regularly for a while first during boss fights and then switch to the flame, so I at least have some coins on the floor. I should probably enter that curse room as well, but if I take an extra hit, I'm dead, and that is not a great risk to take. If I had like telepills or, for instance, an Emperor card still left, it would be probably a better idea, but as it stands, I don't think it's really worth it. Yeah, very good. Yep, very nice. Excellent. Not sure if you can get flies out of those rainbow poofs like this, because they do heal your red hearts usually, but who knows. Let's go fight Mr. Fred. Not really too big of a surprise that he's there, as the room shape really only allows possibly like double trouble bosses as well, but other than that, pretty much just Mr. Fred. Only one that really exists in these wide rooms usually. But the odds, I'd say, were in my favor. There is a lot of money on the floor, so I might as well just shoot diagonally here. Finish the fight. Not a devil deal, not an angel room, none of that. Nothing opened. So that's unfortunate. Couple pills here. Yeah, I'm a little bit too worried about that speed down, I think. So I guess I'm just gonna go. Oh well. Hopefully we can increase our devil deal chances high enough on the next floor that it at least opens, and hopefully there's something good inside. Obviously Brimstone would be really nice, but any like damage ups would be pretty great. Flight would be pretty great as well. There's certainly a couple of things that I wouldn't mind having. I don't know how many guppy pieces I've touched. I think I've touched one so far, so that's not really looking like that's gonna happen anytime soon. Just dropping money all over the place. It is a scarred room, which I'm not loving, but simultaneously there is a lot of money on the floor right now, so it doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. Plus with the flames being able to deal a bunch of extra damage, I'm gonna say that this build is probably fine. That's Pin. I'm actually just gonna burn him. That was an interesting jump that Pin decided to do there, and he stayed stuck underneath those two little things in the middle. Fairly unlikely, I suppose, but not impossible. Not sure if we've missed any tinted rocks, but in the end it really doesn't matter too much. You can get a couple flies out of it, obviously, but that's really about it. Tempted to check here for a secret room, but it wouldn't be a great idea. This is an awkward floor already, and we're like 5 rooms in. And the secret room cannot be in between these 4 rooms, which kind of sucks. Because that would be a pretty good candidate. Going to the left is just going to lead to more non-secret rooms, unfortunately, as well, because of the room below us, so yeah. All in all, nothing too exciting so far. This is a little annoying, but I think we can just sit over here and wait, and it'll clear the room. So far, so good. What a good time we're having. This is also not the greatest floor, but there's a lot of enemies here. I say floor, I mean room. It can be kind of difficult to tell what's going on with the amount of gold that I'm throwing all over the place. Which ultimately is generating a large quantity of health to lay on the floor, but it is still a little bit difficult to see at times what's going on. which is unfortunate. That is extra devil deal chance. 92%. Just need to find a shopkeeper to raise it to like 95, I think. And at that stage, I feel like I'm confident that it'll probably open. But I've had weirder things happen. I've had that 1% planetarium show up more often than not, I would say. So let's not get ahead of ourselves until we get what we want. Just gonna shoot wildly, really. I can also just fairly safely hide behind the dry baby most days, but I'm not playing that too carefully, I suppose. Not there, really. Could it have been there? You know, probably not, actually. That probably does count as being blocked by any rule set of the world. So I suppose that's fair enough, but still, I wouldn't have minded if the secret room was over there. Unidentified pill. I think there was a tinted rock there, actually. A little tempted to just blow one up just for the sake of it, I suppose. Yeah. And it is a small rock. Oh no, do I want to speed down? It is a tears up as well. And I think the damage up might actually be worth it. The damage up isn't really that great, is it? Hopefully that wasn't a terrible idea. It's hard to tell what is and isn't a terrible idea at this stage. It's just such a mess at this point that I don't know. But I'll take it, I guess. Definitely wouldn't mind a speed up somewhere, but I pretty much cannot take pills anymore at this stage just because a speed down pill would just kill me. And that would be rather unfortunate. This is a super secret room. Nope, never mind. Where is my secret room? It is gonna be in a horrible place, isn't it? I did say about that one room that I would be not entirely surprised if it was there, but it's just such an awkward location. Like, there's this, and then in the bottom right. This game can be so irritating about the tiny, minute things that could just... I mean, my speed is just not excited about having to walk this far, you know? So please, just give me a secret room. It's not even there. It's not even there. Okay, did I just miss something really obvious? I think I might have missed one kind of obvious one now that I'm looking at the map. Assuming I haven't bombed the top wall here, which I haven't. Yeah, I'm just an idiot. Alright, well, we've reached that conclusion. There is not a shopkeeper here. There is yet another greed. Overall, a little disappointed. But, oh well, we'll take that, I suppose. There is no luck-up coins here for as far as I can tell, so... let's just move on to the boss room and hope that the 92.5% is indeed enough to get that devil deal. I do hope it is. I'd be surprised if it isn't, but how surprised would I really be? I actually don't know. Now, let's just destroy these with flames, just so that tears aren't as big of a deal. Something's slowing things down. I'll take it, I guess, but it does worry me when suddenly it isn't slowed down anymore. Got some coins on the floor. This is dealing decent damage. Very good. Greed Baby has appeared in the basement. I should probably go for the devil deal. That's not that exciting. I mean, Ouija board could be good. I don't know if Ouija board works with my flames. And if it does, that does make it a little bit better. Nope. Well, I'll take this, I guess. For the sake of just another part of the conjoined transformation. I don't know exactly what conjoined would do in this state, but I'd be interested to find out for sure. I could pick up all the money in case we find a Joker card, but simultaneously, I'm just gonna go, I think. I'm a little tempted by this red patch. Because I don't think the flies are really doing that much right now. So let's go. We have at least done one of the unlockables as the Keeper. It's not one that affects us because the Greed Baby is a multiplayer only thing, and only specifically if you hop into multiplayer halfway through a run, so it's not exactly exciting, but still, any progress is progress, as I say very rarely. So I will take that. Yeah, I actually don't mind having Ouija board for this. There is actually a decent amount of rock still on this floor. On the next floor, it's not going to be as good, but over here, definitely don't mind it. should probably still look for my secret room in case there's something good in there. This is a little concerning. I'm actually just going to burn one of them, I think. Because those enemies take a minute to die. And they shoot from a pretty long range, and I am not shooting from a pretty long range currently. Not sure if my secret room can be here, but I'm going to give it a shot. 4 bombs remaining, not loving that, but fair enough. There is some potential for money here. Might as well. 0 coins. I guess, I wonder if the chance of getting money from shopkeepers is just lower as the keeper. It wouldn't surprise me because, as I said before, some money chance-based things do work a little bit differently as this character. Like I think with the piggy bank, you usually drop a bunch of money, but with this character, you only drop like max of 1 coin, so you're not literally invulnerable. Like you instead drop 0 to 1 coins instead of the rather large amount that every other character does. Which is fair, because otherwise piggy bank would just be a game-breaking build as this character, but it is still unfortunate in a way. Might as well just stay away from you, because I can shoot over rocks, and that makes life significantly easier. Couple bombs back from that mini-boss right there, pretty good. Getting pretty much back to 99 coins without even trying to pick up money, which is not overly surprising given our current situation, I suppose. And yeah, I'm feeling okay about how life is going right now. I will not be happy until I am done with the run. That is pretty much my full mindset about any run with the Keeper, because you can so easily just take 3 hits and die. But things are looking okay. My frame rate seems to be getting a little low right now while doing this run, but I'm hoping that's not gonna affect things too much. But that's just more the amount of things that's going on. You can see that there was an Eternal Heart in this room, but it disappeared and turned into flies instead. If you look at the map, which is kind of interesting, I suppose. But back we go. I'm guessing the boss room is in this direction. There is only so many rooms left, I would argue, on this floor. So things are looking good on that front. We have a lot of keys to work with. I'd like to find my super secret room, in case it's one that has like a Yara room inside it. That was easy. It does not have a Yara rune. It did have a couple flies, so fair enough, I suppose. And let's create some more defense. The dry baby will hopefully keep me as safe as can be. It can be kind of difficult to tell for obvious reasons. But I'm just going to sit here. Yeah, I did take some damage there, but I couldn't quite see. We have reached the second phase. I'm just desperately trying to get an angle here that works. The flames are getting rid of his tears as well, so that's obviously really good. And we are in slowdown mode, so I can very safely not go to a safe spot, so very good also as well. Ooh, like, look at that. Back to 1 health is so quickly. So quickly you can just suddenly be dead as this character, especially when you're not quite sure what's going on at most times due to the sheer chaotic nature of the build. So definitely not gonna be too happy until it is 100% done. But with that, we have cleared Isaac, and I'm actually very happy about that. That is 1 more unlock done. If we could at least destroy the blue baby now as well, then we will never have to go back to the chest. Keeper now holds the wooden nickel. That's actually a really good unlock, because that does mean that the next run we do, we start off with the wooden nickel. I mean, I kind of have to, right? At this stage. Yeah, I would say this was necessary. Conjoined as well. Yeah, this seems reasonable. I'm kind of curious how anti-gravity works with this. I think it's just a tier rate up, like a pretty significant one as well, because of how my attack currently works. So all in all, that was a pretty good start of the chest. I am creating oodles of money. I am actually dealing decent damage with my status effects again. So somehow we have gotten almond milk and Play-Doh cookie 2 runs in a row. Which again, is just one of the very reasonable things that this game is doing to me, and I fully accept it without question. But yeah, the tier rate up from anti-gravity is actually really good, I think, as well. Even without all the nonsense that came with it. Because it was like a full extra tier per second that it gave me there. So yeah, obviously that's really nice. pretty damn good. 10 coins right there in case I do end up finding that thing. Charmed 2 enemies there that just end up running into each other and killing each other there. Sacrificial dagger is not terrible. If an enemy gets close to me, I can deal some extra damage that way. Definitely focusing death down first, because I'm guessing that's going to be the more dangerous one. But yeah, we are creating so much money. Like, if we manage to get a Delirium Portal at the end of this, I'd be actually pretty happy if we get a Delirium Portal after Mega Satan. Because I think that this build could do it. It's not guaranteed, especially with how you can very easily take large quantities of damage during the Delirium fight in a very short period of time. But this is the kind of build where I wouldn't mind at least trying, you know? So I will take that. 2 Ragmen. Not sure if this direction was a guaranteed dead end, and I'm pretty sure it was, so fair enough that I went there, I suppose. I've made my choice. But it is a very pretty build, at least. We're just creating a big mess. Experimental pill has the same downside as regular pills, where it could just be a speed down, unfortunately. If we find a lucky foot, then I should probably just try and take every pill that I can find, but until that point, just gonna leave everything alone. I also don't think I really have a reason to use my flame anymore, unfortunately, because my build has suddenly become incredibly powerful. So that's a little unfortunate, I suppose, but on the other hand, I can also kind of appreciate that an item has become useless because we have gotten so strong. So, you know what? It's okay. This is fine. Just a bunch of flames. Having a little bit of difficulty trying to actually find the boss room, but it's okay. At least we are dropping so many coins on the floor at this point that nothing really matters. Troll bomb. Nothing too exciting. I mean, there's only so many extra directions we can go at this point. I would have to assume that in a second we should be seeing that boss room pop up. Curse of the Tower is probably not the best idea at this stage. It would be kind of fun, but again, we are playing full serious mode, regardless of what this run looks like. Oh my god. Oh, that's fair enough, I guess. A little bit annoying, because it means we have to go to the top left, I think, but fair enough. I'm just gonna circle around these enemies and wait for things to die. Oh, it is the nasty version as well of this boss that actually has that same rock effect as the cage does, so that is pretty annoying, since he doesn't stop jumping either. Might as well clear out this room while we're at it. Do I regret that decision? Probably not. Yeah, things are going quick enough, I would argue. The only way that the room can get dark at this stage is by this enemy doing that attack. I'm just not gonna touch that even. Oh, I'll touch it, I guess, but I'm a little concerned about every time I have that thing in my hand. It just doesn't feel very good. A D7, just a weird shape. Don't care for it. I'm still, you know, seeing how this run started, I'm surprised that this went anywhere to begin with, because first of all, Monster's Lung with this character, visibly horrendous. But then also the fact that we managed to find specifically pretty much the items we needed to make it not horrendous is just ridiculous, really. And I can appreciate that. Sitting behind my dry baby with glee, waiting for there to be so much money in this room that whatever happens will be okay. Provided that he just keeps shooting the tears in the same direction, I am entirely okay with whatever he feels like doing. I don't know where he is. Okay, middle of the room. And let's just finish this up with some flames, I would say. There we go. And that is another unlock done as the Keeper. Only Mega Satan and possibly Delirium to go, and I would really like for that Delirium portal to open, but if it doesn't, then that's fair enough as well. That's not really exciting. Surprised I got it on the first try, I suppose, in terms of secret rooms, but yeah, fair enough. Alright, let's try this. Should have actually taken the ball and chain thinking about it, because it is pretty good against Mega Satan, but we also have Dry Baby, and I'm hoping that's just going to be as effective, really. Putting some health in the top of the room there. And really all over the place. It doesn't really matter what I attack right now, I suppose, because anything that I actually hit can create health, so it does make life a lot simpler. That's a lot of creep on the floor. Kind of want to wait for that to disappear before killing this boss, I think. And then full focus on death right there. There is so much money here. I mean, it's not a surprise with how many tiers I'm shooting, I suppose, but still, there is so much money here. And I am very pleased about that whole situation. A hand just appeared next to me, that's kind of annoying. And yeah, the hallowed ground is more or less unusable, unfortunately, but you know what, it's fair enough. It'll have to do. There we go. Nearing the difficult part of the fight. There is a decent amount of creep on the floor here, and I can't really tell which is which I'm not loving. That brimstone looks pretty good. One more, please. Nope. But that's okay. Alright, that's that done. That's brimstone. And angels, no worries yet. Especially with the fact that there is effectively a million hearts laying on the floor, and then the bosses are actually dying fairly rapidly. God, Play-Doh cookie is so good when you have high tier rate, because you end up just doing all sorts of nonsense. Very much appreciate my situation right now. I don't love my range. I guess that's really the one downside of this particular build, that my range isn't really up to snuff, and I can really only blame myself for taking that one range down pill somewhere along the line. The rest of my choices were perfect, but the range down pill, that was where I went wrong, I'd say. Now, I'm hoping that the dry baby can protect me from this nonsense as well, because I can't really see that well when he starts attacking, unfortunately. Having said that, I can just stop attacking as well if I really needed to, but obviously not ideal. I can also just do this. At least use it up as much as possible. It gets rid of tears, so that's good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. I think that ended up dealing a pretty significant amount of damage anyway, so... Well, at least his head is slightly cracked. Is that significant? Maybe. It's some damage at least. I don't know why the horseman is to the right over there. Usually he hangs out inside Mega Satan, but right now he's just kind of vibing around. But fair enough, I suppose. Yeah, we have so much defense available right now. I don't even have to move. And the dry baby and the orbitals are pretty much dealing with whatever comes my way. So that is wonderful. And if we move even slightly, I heal myself, so that is also good. Oh my god, alright. Well, we got the chest done and Mega Satan. If we could get Delirium done, that would be wonderful. Something Wicked This Way Comes. Noose Baby has appeared in the basement. I actually don't know what Something Wicked This Way Comes means exactly, but I guess it might be the Bighorn boss, whatever his name is. I guess did I not see that one yet? I mean, I guess maybe. God, I really don't know how the unlocks in this game work. I mean, usually it's just like kill this boss 10 times, and maybe I just hadn't seen a particular boss a few times, and we did see Loki there, I think, during that floor, so maybe that was it. Kinda one. Ooh. Algiz. Are you kidding me? And Brainworm. Oh my god, that's disgusting. I guess I might as well just go into whatever boss room comes my way then, because I think I've won. But that's ridiculous. And there's Delirium from the start. Alright, well, let's just do our best here. It's obviously not guaranteed, even though I said that with some gusto that I have won. I am going to play this as safely as I have ever have. Because even though I am creating so much health, even though I have an Algiz in my hands, you can see how slow this is going. My speed is not great. If I have to start dodging at a high speed, I'm going to be in trouble. So we're just going to play this carefully. Genuinely, if I had a Nod Leaf, I'd sit still. Not even kidding. It's one of these bosses, unfortunately. But so far, so good. Low amount of damage, high amount of focus for once, which is also fairly rare for me. But occasionally you do have those days. It's a nice thing about recording on a Sunday, I suppose, that it's not Sunday today as you're watching this. Possibly. I guess I can't really predict that, but at least on a Sunday I'm usually fairly rested for a change, so that does help for the more difficult things in the game, but it's never guaranteed with this game. Especially not with this nonsense factory of a boss, but so far so good. I want to just basically keep moving around just in case as well, even though it might not even be the best idea. Ooh boy. There's a lot of money on the floor here. I'll use Algiz if I just hit 1 health, I think. And I'm not near any health at that stage, because I think that's probably the best way to do it. And I just sit over here, deal as much damage as possible. I should probably use the flames at some point as well, but I don't know if I should save that for a later part of the fight. Because the flames are going to be fairly useful at just getting rid of tears as well, and that's obviously most of this boss, so that would be rather nice as well. Also, I could use Algiz combined with the flames. Actually, that's not a terrible idea either. Because even though it wouldn't really do as much defense, it would still do so much damage while I'm just standing next to him, you know? So that could end up being really good. There is a lot of health on the floor right now, though, so that's really nice. He's not being too horrendous for a change either, which is a nice surprise, I suppose. If he could just be that big head for him for long periods of time, that would be a dream come true. Oh boy. Alright. Gotta play it cool. Not sure what hit me there. That's never what you want to say. There is a lot of tears on the room now, so things are looking a bit rough. All the coins just got moved to one location because of the Mega Fatty attack, which is not ideal either. Because I like having them spread around. It means I can just move around anywhere and not have to worry about his tears so much. But if they're all in one place, then that does reduce my flexibility a bit, unfortunately. But oh well, let's just keep trying. Okay, he's no longer, the mom's heart is no longer spawning eyes, so that's good because those are fairly unpredictable at times about where they are. Got some health back there. Took some damage again there. Never quite reached 1 health yet, so that's good. Ooh. Just gonna keep firing wildly, I think. Hopefully Dry Baby can deal with this. Yeah, kind of. Not loving that it's dark. That does actually hurt more than you'd expect it to. Yeah, fine. Slowly but surely. At least the Dry Baby's also dealing with some of the more irritating enemies as well. That's annoying. Who gave you Brimstone? That's not allowed. Don't like that, but fair enough. We're doing okay. We're still okay. We're still fine. Yeah, the health situation is so helpful. Simply put, that is the reason why this fight is even going as well as it is. The fact that there's just a million health all over the place. That's so nice. Still haven't used Algiz either, which I'm very happy about, because I think with how low the health is of this boss, we're fine now. Regardless of what happens pretty much, so that's so good. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet until this fight is over. And there we go. Oh, that's so many things done. Oh, that's so many things done as this horrible creature. I'm so happy about that. It only took an hour as well to get through Delirium and Mega Satan and all that. Crooked Penny has appeared in the basement, which is kind of okay in some situations if you're lucky. But look at this nonsense. That's so many things done in one run. Like, we still have to do Boss Rush and Hush. Those are pretty rough. If you don't get a good build, but we don't have to do Delirium anymore as this character. We don't have to do the chest anymore. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I'm so genuinely so happy about that. Wow. What a game. I mean, this build was absolutely absurd. You cannot pretty much get a better Keeper build other than maybe not taking Monstro's Lung, because clearly that did not help out as much as I had hoped, but other than that, wow. I'm so happy about how that went. Either way, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, I'm probably going to play a simpler character and do another run. And I hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.